All right. Well, welcome everybody to the Austin Home and Garden Show webinar for exhibitors. We're excited to have the show. The show is going to be running January 6th through 8th, 2023 at the Austin Convention Center. And we're excited to have our sponsors in this show, Stones and Scapes, Zilker Botanical Gardens, God's Dogs Rescue, American Horticulture Society, and Texas Pro Tax. So we're grateful for our sponsors. If you're interested in being a sponsor in the show and you're wondering how those companies are highlighted on our website and on signage in the show and throughout, we do have sponsorship opportunities available. So the remaining sponsorship opportunities in this show are the presenting show sponsor. It's a little late to get in on that one. That one is everywhere. It's on all our marketing. It's on billboards, TV, commercials, everything. Obviously, we've prepared all of those, so that opportunity for this show is not available, but it is for future shows. We also have a shuttle sponsor, so anyone who would like to sponsor the shuttle is welcome to. They would be included on the signs, and then also have an opportunity to give handouts and literature to those riding on the shuttle. Entrance sponsors, so if you are interested in handing out information at the entrance to the show, you can be the entrance sponsor, which the bag sponsor is pretty similar. And then stage sponsor. So we will have a stage in this show, and it would be an opportunity. We make overhead announcements each time a presenter is presenting on the stage, and your name would be included every time, as well as on all the signs and everything associated with the stage. And then aisle sponsor. This one is a really inexpensive sponsorship. It's only $500, and it allows you to have 2 floor decals on each on the aisle that you're sponsoring, as well as a hanging sign from the big aisle signs at the hanging down from the ceiling. So that one's a really good one. If you're interested in any of these, please let me know. And speaking of who to let know, my name is Dave Mon. I'm the show manager. And today we have Lucy Ferguson, who's the show coordinator, and Lindsay Reinars, who's the operations coordinator. And then the sales person for this team is Sarah Edwards. And Sarah's not on this call, but I'm sure every one of you will get to know her if you don't know her already. Today's agenda. So we are going to be talking about tickets, parking, entrances, the move-in and move-out schedule, marketing, booth setups and rules, and tips and tricks for a successful show. So without any further ado, let's get into the meat of this presentation, and I'm going to turn the time over to Lindsay because she's just dying to talk right now.
I have been so excited to talk about this year's highlights. Thank you, Dave. We will have the Junk Gypsies, as you can see them on HGTV. They will be there on the Fresh Idea stage on Saturday. That should be super fun to have them there. Also, God's Dogs Rescue will be there with their cute and adorable and single adoptable pets. And so that'll be a good opportunity if you're looking to take home a new pet. We'll also have presentations done by our very own exhibitors up on the stage. We'll have a sports lounge going on. That'll be right next to the concessions and the daily food trucks. And so if you're wanting to catch a glimpse of your favorite team playing, they might just be on the screens there in our sports lounge. Also, Zilker Botanical Gardens has partnered with us, and they will be doing a gardening feature space, Gardening for Dummies. So we're super excited about that. And our social media influencer, Rhonda Kaiser, will be making an appearance on the stage Friday and Saturday. Okay, so ticket prices. Adults are $10 at the box office. If you want to save a couple dollars, adults are going to be $8 online. Seniors, $8 box office only. And as we always do, children 16 and under are free. And a reminder for the show hours, it'll be Friday from 12 to 8, Saturday 10 to 8, and Sunday 11 to 6 p.m.
Alrighty, and speaking of tickets, so with the purchase of your booth space, you do get 20 free tickets to give out to friends, family, customers, whoever you'd like. Those tickets come in an email. They come from that lovely no reply at mail3.microspec email. That got sent out this last Monday on the 12th. Assuming your booth space was booked by then. It can get filtered to spam, so if you're not finding it, check your spam folder. That is what the email will look like. And if you're still not able to find it, just let one of us know. We'll get it resent. But all you have to do is do the click here, and then it will take you to this next page. And then this is your distribution manager. So on the left, you can add in your company logo. Whenever you send out a ticket, they'll see your logo as well. And it's pretty straightforward. The allotted tickets on the right, that's just how many we sent you. Sent is how many you sent out. The fulfilled means however many you sent out, the customers went to the website to fulfill their tickets, and then redeemed means they actually went to the show. And then all you have to do is click on invite a contact, and it will take you to this next page. And you just select how many you'd like to send, and you just need a name and an email, and you can send those puppies out. At the bottom, you can add in a little note. It's going to be a preset email, but you can add in an additional note with your booth number. And if you end up sending out all your tickets and you'd like some more, just let me know. I'll happily send you some more.
Lucy loves sending out the tickets, so don't be afraid to reach out to her if you do need some more.
It's my favorite thing.
It's always been surprising how much she smiles whenever she gets an email like that.
Yes, and then she immediately tells the rest of us about it. She's so excited. So
it really does make her day.
Well, what makes my day is talking about parking. So I'll go on to the next slide. So there are some parking options close to the convention center. You can park at the 2nd Street parking garage, the 5th Street parking garage as well. Parking rates are $10 for 2 hours, $15 for 8 hours, or $20 for 12 hours. We also will be having a shuttle. So if you would like to park at the Barton Creek Square Mall, I think that's the name of it. You can park there and then take the shuttle to the convention center. It will be in the very back area of the JCPenney parking lot. And so the hours that the shuttle will actually have 2 shuttles, and the hours that they'll be running is so on Friday it'll be from 12 to 5. On Saturday we'll have the shuttles from 10 to 4, and Sunday 11 to 4. So we're excited to have those shuttles back again. We used them at our last show at the convention center, and we really had a good turnout of people using the shuttles. Okay, so let's move on. Entrance, exit, and will call. So we'll have 1 entrance exit for the show. The entrance is to also be used by exhibitors to access the show floor. You'll have to have an exhibitor badge on show days to come in and out. You can pick those up at the show office desk. You can pick them up for the people that aren't quite there yet, hold it for them, or leave them at will call. Whatever you'd like to do is fine. But you will need that on show days to come into the show. Okay, so as you can see here at the bottom, just right next to the entrance, that's where the show office desk is in red. That's where you can pick up those badges. And then the box office and will call will be a desk right next to it. That's the one in green. So just to give you an idea of where those are located.
Okay, so temporary food licensing. This is my second favorite thing after sending out tickets. Pretty much if you're going to be doing any type of food sampling, you do need a permit from the city. More than likely, you've already paid for this in your booth fee if you let us know whenever you're purchasing the booth. But we still need an application filled out by January 2nd because that's when we pick up the permits from the city. And you can find that application on the exhibitor kit. But yeah, if you're doing any type of sampling, even if you're a roofing company and you want to give out cookies, you will need a food permit. And then here's our move-in schedule. So on the right in the turquoise, your drive-in day is going to be Wednesday the 4th, and that'll be from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then on Thursday is the left side's drive-in day, and that'll be from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. After 2 p.m. on Thursday, we are laying down the aisle carpeting, and you will not be able to drive into the facility anymore. People in turquoise, you are more than welcome to move in on Thursday as well and take advantage of those times. But you more than likely won't be able to actually drive up to your booth because there'll be too much going on to actually reach your space.
Lucy, do you mean that people wearing turquoise are welcome to move in earlier?
Correct. Yes, you do need to wear the appropriate coloring.
Okay, so we want them
And
to match the
preferably,
color.
yeah, and preferably also get some body paint just to kind of blue man it in.
Oh no, now we're gonna have everybody moving in turquoise. It'll be beautiful.
I'm excited.
What,
And then with
what,
move out,
what about move out?
yeah,
Are you
move
gonna
out, you
forget
do
about
not
that?
have to paint your body turquoise, thankfully.
Oh, okay.
We lifted that rule. There was too many riots. But the most yeah, the most important rule, the rule we do enforce most consistently, is you cannot start breaking down your booth until the show ends at 6 p.m. on Sunday. We will be enforcing that. It is our most enforced rule. So, and then Sunday
We
nights,
hate it.
it does
We-
drive us nuts, every single one of us.
It's something that really ruins our night. So please do not break down until 6 p.m. If you see other people doing it, please ignore them and do not. Once someone starts doing it, it kind of snowballs, and it's a bad situation because people have paid to come to the show, and if they came in at 5 o'clock and everybody starts breaking down before that, I don't know, after every show, I've had people complain to me that have said, I went at 5 o'clock, there was exhibitors breaking down, there was people that had left. It's just a bad look on you as an exhibitor and on us as a show. And it really inhibits the growth of the show because people then see that we're not open the hours that we say that we are. So please, please, please do not break down until 6 p.m. unless you want Lucy to beat you up.
I'll do it.
And if I see people breaking down, then I'm gonna break down in tears. It's just gonna be bad.
And that is not something anybody wants to see. She's a pretty ugly crier.
It's unpleasant. Yeah, it's unpleasant to look at. So assuming you did not start breaking down your booth until 6 p.m., you'll be able to start driving in to move out after 8 p.m. Once the carpets are rolled up, you'll be able to start driving down the aisles. Before then, you can break down your booth, but you'll just have to hand carry stuff out. And then you do have to be entirely out of the building by 12 p.m. on Monday, Monday the 9th. That is when our lease on the building is up and anything left will get thrown out.
All right. Thank you, Lucy and Lindsay. So one of the big things that people always want to know is how we market the show. And that is something that exhibitors will come up and ask me and we'll talk about, and I get a lot of questions about this. So it's something that we thought we would like to cover in this webinar. So we spend $138,000 in advertising for this show, and that includes TV, billboards, posters, digital, mailers, OTT, so that's like Sling, Hulu, internet advertising. So we try to get our message out about the show to everyone that we can. And that is something that obviously we take really, really seriously and view it as an important thing. You as exhibitors are only successful if the right people come to the show. So our focus and our goal is to not only get good number of homeowners there at the show, but we also want people who have projects in mind and money to spend. These are a couple of examples of this. This was a billboard that we had for our August show in the summer. We like to call it fall, but that's definitely summer. And then this is a mailer. So we do mailers, three types of mailers. We do it with Lifestyle Magazine, we do it with Valpak, and then we also will send out to those who have recently purchased a home, so got a new home loan or an equity loan on their homes. We send out free tickets to the show because we found those are typically the people that really have a project in mind and plan to do something in their homes. Lucy, I think it's back to you.
Yes, it is. So with our show website, you included in the cost of your booth, you get your exhibitor listing. And this is kind of our virtual showroom. It's active before the show, during, and also afterwards. So it's depending on when you book, you can get a full year of advertising on the show website. And the best thing you can do for yourself is enhance your exhibitor listing. Automatically, when you buy a space, your name and your booth number will go on the show website. But what you can do after that is what we call enhance it. So what you can do on the next slide, you can add in a logo, you can plug your social media, you can put your address, description, show specials. All Hours here had a lovely YouTube video they put on there as well. You can add in photos of your work. All of this is free to do. It's included in the cost of your booth. And if you'd like some help doing it, then please just give me a call. Or you can look like what's on the right, which I blacked out this lovely gentleman's name. He's not, this isn't from one of the Texas shows, but that's just the default. That's what you automatically get with your booth. And I just think there's a huge difference in presentation. I'd much rather work with the company on the left. They look a lot more professional. And once again, completely free to do.
Okay, thanks, Lucy. All right, well, let's move on and talk about how to exhibit like an expert. So here's some exhibit space do's. Do use your floor covering to cover the entire booth space. If you don't cover the floor, then it's just going to be concrete and doesn't look very good. So if everybody covers the floor area, it looks so much better. And please make sure that your flooring covers the entire booth to make it look the best that it can. Also, please stay within your contracted space. And if you have any tables, please skirt your tables, all four sides. There's some references here to what not to do. And then the third one, that is how it should look. Although you can change the color of the tablecloth if you would like. It doesn't have to be that same color. It can be anything that you want. Turquoise has been pretty popular lately. Also, do use.
You are really fixated on turquoise.
I am, Dave, you know. It's because I'm a Pisces and that's my color for my, my sign.
Good for you.
Well, I think you are too. Fun fact, I am 17 days older than Dave. So we were born 17 days apart.
and we remind her of that constantly. So if
Yes.
you see Lindsay on the show floor, just remind her that she's the old one. She loves that.
I'm the wise one too, so feel free to come to me. All right, moving on. Do you use professionally made signage? I know that your kids probably are great at artwork and could make you some really cool signs, but to keep things consistent with everyone, please have your signage professionally made. And lastly, do staff your booth during show hours. I can't tell you how many times that I have walked by and there's just an empty booth, and it's so unprofessional, especially if somebody is having a question or is interested in what you're selling or what you're promoting, and there's nobody there to talk to them. So we really try and ask that people man your booth during the show hours. Okay, now to the part you have all been waiting for. This is electrical do's and don'ts. It's the part of the presentation where I get to use the term daisy chaining. All right, so we're going to talk about electrical do's and don'ts. So please don't daisy chain. If you don't know what that is, it's when you are plugging in multiple power cords into each other. That's just gonna overload it and could cause a fire. And we definitely don't want that happening. If you can take a close look at the pictures here, there's a proper way to use your surge protector, and then the ways not to do it. So please make sure that you are safe so we're not having any electrical fires. While we were here, we kind of frown on fires in the building, so that'd be great if we can follow those pictures here. All right, exhibitor service needs. To give you an idea of where you can order things that you might need, if you need electricity, gas, water, telephone, or internet, that can be ordered from the Austin Convention Center. If you go to your exhibitor kit on our website, there's links where you can order those things. Also, there's a link to GEMS decorator services if you need to order furnishings, carpet, signs, if you need help with installation or dismantling labor, any of those things, booth cleaning. GEMS is who you would order that through. And you can also find a link on the exhibitor kit at our website for that.
And I do get a lot of questions on how to find the exhibitor kit on the website. On the homepage, if you just scroll down to the bottom, there's a link that says exhibitor kit. And just click on that link and there you go. You're there.
Perfect. Thanks, Dave. Okay.
Welcome, Lindsay.
Important reminders. Okay, so the standard booth includes an 8-foot high back drape and 3 feet side drapes consisting of pipe and drape. So we don't want anything to be higher than 8 feet unless you're on a perimeter wall or in a 20 by 20 booth or larger. And just also keep in mind that electricity, tables, chairs, internet, all, et cetera, those things are not included with the price of your exhibit space. So if you want the extra things, you'll have to order them separately. As I mentioned before, all signs must be professionally made. Handwritten signs are not allowed. All exhibit booth walls are to be finished on both sides. We don't want any wires showing, frames, wood, anything like that. We just want to keep it nice. So if you can just have everything finished to hide those things. And then lastly, please cover the floor of your entire booth space. It looks so much better. A turquoise carpet can go so far. So please make sure that you cover the flooring of your booth space.
I've never heard turquoise mentioned so many times in a meeting. Good job, Lindsay. One thing I would also just remind people, Lindsay talked about the 8 feet. A good measurement for that is the top of the drape. So if your booth space, if your display goes above the top of the drape and you're not in a 20 by 20, so 400 square feet or larger, or you're not on a perimeter wall, that is against the rules. And we will come and have to ask you to take that down. So please do not set up anything above the drape line. All right. Successful exhibitors. So I've done a lot of home shows, and I've seen companies that have done really well in home shows and companies that haven't done as well. And there's a few things that I've noted that really make an impact and have a make a big difference. The first one is booth location. And like they say in real estate, location, location, location. The same is true for home shows. If you have a booth space in a good spot, you're going to have a better show. So that you'll notice if you're new to a home show, one thing I'd really recommend is looking at some of the exhibitors who have been in the show a long time. Typically, those are people who have learned where the show is most successful for them. And if you book on site for the next year's show, you get first right of refusal for the space that you're in, or you get first option if another space that you want becomes available. So location matters. The next, be approachable in your booth space. Nobody wants to go up and talk to someone who's glaring, who's acting like they don't want to be there, who doesn't seem happy. Be approachable in your booth space, and make sure if you are an owner of a company, but you're not actually working the booth space, make sure you have people in there who are approachable and actually care. Sitting down and staring at your phone will act as an attendee repellent. Display and focus on what you want to sell. So many people have a bunch of different options that they provide. Let's say I'm a remodeler. I might do a whole bunch of different things, but I don't want to focus on all of those things. It can overwhelm the homeowner. Instead, highlight what you do best or what makes you the most money. And then obviously you can talk about those other things if they ask about it, but focus on what you do best. The other thing I would say is Lucy recommended an exhibitor listing and enhancing your exhibitor listing. And we have found that those that have a show special or a sale related to the show do the best. So make sure you come up with something that you can promote that is a show special or specific to the show. Next is display and next, actually, I said that one. People want a consultant, not a salesperson. So if you are the type of person, or the salespeople that you have in your booth space are the type of people who are looking to help rather than simply overwhelm them, they're going to be far more successful. Ask questions and listen to what potential customers are saying. I don't know how many times I get sold. I always like to be sold to, just to analyze the way that the people are selling to me. And I don't know how many times it happens that someone sells to me and they don't even ask me a question. Instead, they just go right into their presentation and they have no idea whether it's relevant or not to me. So ask really good questions, understand the prospect, you're going to be far more successful. Have a goal and measure the success. So many times people go into the show, they have no idea what they're expecting from it. And if you don't know what to expect from it, how are you going to know whether you achieved it? And then last one, it always drives me crazy. We have exhibitors that come out, they pay for the show, they spend the weekend working the show, they get all these leads, and then they never follow up on them. So please make sure to follow up on the leads. That also has an impact. If we have people come to the show and they never hear from the people, the companies that they talk to, it looks bad on the show as well. This is a scam warning. There is, before the show and after, you are probably going to receive an email that says that they have the attendee list from the show and would you like to buy them? And this happens all the time. Please do not believe this. We do not sell this information. So this is a scam and you are being scammed. So please do not click on anything. Do not click on any links. Do not respond to them, and please delete it. We wish that we could get rid of all of these, but they just keep changing who they are, and it's painful to try and track down. So please, the best thing we can do is educate you as exhibitors. Don't fall victim to it. Do not buy any of these types of lists. The show office, so please, if you have questions, if you have concerns, anything comes up during the show, please come and talk to us. We are there to help you. We recognize that we are only as successful as you are, so we are there to help you have the best weekend that you can have. We will be available in the show office and out on the floor from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Wednesday and Thursday, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturday, and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And lastly, again, if you have any questions, I am Dave. Don't call me David Mon, and I'm the show manager. The rest of the information, I don't know if that's accurate other than the phone number and the email address. And then you've got Lindsay, difficult last name. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, and you shouldn't either. She's the operations coordinator. She's very helpful. She's very nice. I would say she's probably the most approachable of all of us. Lucy's approachable too, and Sarah as well. I'm probably not. With my sunglasses. Usually when my sunglasses are on, you probably don't want to talk to me. And Lindsay is great at dog sitting, but I don't know about her planking ability. Anyway, her phone number and her email address is listed. And then Lucy, we affectionately call her Krusty Cakes Ferguson. She is our show coordinator. She does know some things. She doesn't know everything, but she does try hard. So, and she has cried a lot, but not usually plank related. I don't know anything about that. And then that's her phone number and her email address. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We try to be approachable and we try to have a good time. We hope that you do too. And thanks for watching all of this and being with us in the show. Lindsay, Lucy, anything you want to add at the end?
We're excited and we hope that you guys are too.
I'd like to think I can do a better plank than Lindsay, but
I think we should have a competition at the show. That sounds great. Thank you for the suggestion, Lucy.
of course.
Is there an
All right.
Amazon gift card involved for the winner?
Oh, probably not. No. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you in a few weeks.